been together for how long now?
8 years?
Wow.
So yeah, we've been together 8 years.
Since March 2017, and we were on this campus actually when we first started our relationship together.
I know that you first found out about me through seeing my name.
Yes.
On what was it again?
Yeah, I was in ASB. It's funny because now I'm the director of ASB at the school because I teach here. But I was a student on ASB and we were passing out like Valentine's grams or something, and so we had to have rosters of every student in the whole school. And I remember I was looking at one of the rosters and I was like, what kind of name is Macpherson Rodriguez? I'm like, it sounds like 2 last names. And I'd never heard of you before. Like I pretty much knew like a lot of the students on campus because the school's pretty small. But I was like, who is Macpherson? So I did know who you were as Michael. I knew of you, but I didn't know you as Macpherson. It was almost like 2 different identities, 2 different like versions of you. Yeah, but I had classes with your siblings, and so I knew who your siblings were, so you were like the last puzzle piece that like fit in. And I think it's funny because you guys are all very different from each other, but we really, really met and built a relationship together, like a friendship when we did theater together.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first time I don't know if I had seen you around campus before. I probably did, but I just didn't really think much of it. Back to the 80s, which was the play, or the spring musical that we did my sophomore year and then her junior year.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first met you. I remember we didn't really interact all that much during that play, even though I played the older version of the character.
My love interest.
Of your love interest. We did have one scene together.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
Wait, you have to describe the scene.
Oh, well, I was singing or doing You Give Love a Bad News.
Yeah, because it was a jukebox musical.
Yeah, it was a
so
jukebox
like
musical.
they sang 80s music.
Next year, though, that was when we started becoming more friendly.
Yeah.
Because we did what did they call it? It wasn't the winter play.
It was like a Halloween play.
Yeah,
like it was in like November.
Yeah.
It was Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow. I played the Headless Horseman in that one, and then.
So we didn't even see your face. Actually, you had no face. You were headless.
Katrina, right?
I was. Yeah. It was a straight play. It was not a musical. But yeah, we became more friendly then because there were not many people in that play.
So I bought a motorbike, a leather jacket too, and I got your name as my first tattoo, and I have really made you cry.
First time I thought that Khaeryst had taken an interest in me was at a football game, and she was talking with me and one of my friends at the time. And then I don't really even remember the context at this point, but I just remember at some point she grabbed my arm and put her arm through mine, and we walked. Where do we go?
I don't know.
But
I don't remember this.
That was the first time I was like, oh, like maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
And then
something there. My senior year was the first year that we took a class, and it was only half of the year, and you decided to switch into philosophy, which was really great. We had a teacher named Mr. Keck, and it was really an intimate class. There were like, how many kids in that class? It was like, there were
7 or 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Mr. Keck was the one who consistently called you Macpherson.
Yes.
Like during your whole high school experience. So when you joined that class, I was like, Macpherson, like, is that your first name? And you said, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna call you Macpherson because Khaeryst is a weird name. So like, if I have a weird name, I'm gonna call you by your weird name. Like, you're not just gonna get by with Michael with me. Drama director at the time, may she rest in peace, Miss Brandy Williford. We wish she would be able to be here with us. She would have loved this, by the way, that we're getting married, and that we're doing this on. Because she would love this. She probably loves this from heaven, God willing. But you know, she asked me, because we had a very small school, and like she was ambitious and wanted to do Beauty and the Beast, and she pulled me into her office and was like, Khaeryst, what do you think about this? And I was like, Miss Will, that's like a big play. Like, I don't know how we're gonna get by doing that. And she goes, okay, we can get by. She goes, if you're my Belle, she's like, we just need a beast. She's like, we just need somebody to be the beast, because that's the only other, she's like, everybody else can be background, but like, we just need those two. And I had done 2 plays with you, and I had known that you were comfortable on stage and you had kind of like a beastie kind of build. You were one of the few young men who were in drama, like in the drama plays, and so I recommended. I said, "Oh, have you heard of like Macpherson Rodriguez?" And she goes, "Macpherson." I said, "Oh, he also goes by Michael, you know." And I convinced you to audition because you were in my philosophy class. So later that day, I was like, "Hey, you should. Miss Will's talking about doing this play. You should audition. I think you'd make a great beast." I think I actually told you that, and we were cast as Belle and the Beast, and that was the turning point.
How was it the first night, or like one of the first nights where like you held my hand for the first time?
Yeah, it was at like one of our rehearsals, like, and that was a big deal, you know, like I never had a boyfriend, like, and I was not planning on having a boyfriend in high school. Like, I was so dedicated to like my academics and to, you know, my leadership responsibilities, and so it was already March of my senior year. Like, I literally got through high school without having a boyfriend, and then, you know, then come springtime and, you know, you come along and I'm like, wow, this guy's like really intelligent. He's really funny. We have a lot of similar interests. He's Catholic. Like, I think that was another big thing too, is I kind of laid all my cards out and was like, hey, like, if we're gonna be serious, like, you should know that, you know, like, my family and I am like, we take our faith very seriously. Like, we go like, mass is a non-negotiable, right? Like, my mom is a director of ministries at our home parish. My dad wasn't a deacon yet, but now he is, right? Like, and you know, like, we took our faith very seriously. And I remember you told me, I was like, when was the last time you went to mass? And then I said, like, are you okay with being in a relationship with somebody who's like a self-proclaimed Jesus freak? Like, I was like, I love Jesus a lot, and like, I'm not ashamed to say it, you know, and to say that Jesus is like the love of my life and everything. And you told me, you said, well, actually, a lot of the most important people in my life are Jesus freaks, so it would make sense. We went on like a date first, but it was like, I invited you because we had gotten to know each other, and I knew you liked superheroes. I liked superheroes too. Like, I was you know, I dabble in my comic book superheroes, and that movie Logan was coming out with Hugh Jackman, which, like, we love Hugh Jackman, and I remember asking you, like, hey, do you want to go watch Logan? My brother and his wife are going, and so are, you know, a couple of our family friends, and, you know, my parents wouldn't have ever let me go on like a first date to the movies like by ourselves. So, but my brother was like, yeah, go ahead and invite, you know, this interesting young man that you're talking to, and he would tease me a lot about it too. That was on March 5th. Or 3rd, or something like that.
March 3rd. March 3rd.
March 3rd, 2017.
Oh yeah, and then I officially asked you to be my girlfriend on March 7th.
Yes, and that was kind of scary because I was about to graduate, and I was gonna go away for college. Like, I was planning on going to not away. Like, I was gonna go to Los Angeles, which is like UCLA was away.
You didn't know that then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was in the cards that I was
Yeah.
gonna go somewhere not home, not my home. The first, I think, like 5 years of our relationship, we were always like not in the same city.
Yeah.
We were in like local areas, but like we weren't in the same city. Like I was in LA while you were here, and then while you were in Berkeley, and you know, we were all both in California, but like California is huge. We would have like really like long phone calls because we would like not be seeing each other in person. But honestly, like the waiting has been like fruitful, I think, because it allowed us to learn about different sides of each other. There's like not anything that I feel like I am not comfortable like sharing with you, you know? And now, you know, we're about to share our whole lives together, which is kind of surreal. We're Catholic school teachers. We are not balling it up, but we are in love with our vocation and teaching all of our students how to love the Lord and love Jesus. You know, we're dedicated, and I think like whether we live in a tiny little place or the biggest mansion, you know, like it's you that I want to be living with me, right?
And we'll be happy. And,
Yeah.
And God provides.
Yeah.
And so, and I mean, He provided in this too, in our wedding. And
Oh, in so many ways.
yeah. And so we're very grateful, you know, for how far we've come, and we're very excited for, you know, this next stage of our lives, and
Life.
it's one life, you know,
Yeah.
it is one life, and you know, it's been an 8-year journey
Yeah.
to this point, and you know, now we're ready for the next journey, which is going to be for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very excited to be marrying you.
Yeah.
And I love you. And I'm grateful that we could talk about all these things, you know, in the place right where we started.
Yeah.
So.